Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am Temitope Borishade, Chairman Board of Directors. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this very important extraordinary general meeting of our company. Based on the information provided by the registrars and the confirmation of the company secretary, I confirm that a quorum is present. I therefore declare this meeting duly open. Before we commence the business of the day, I invite everyone to rise for the national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
Thank you. Distinguished shareholders, this meeting is being held virtually in compliance with the provisions of the Business Facilitation Act 2022, which amended Section 240, Subsection 2 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act 2020 to allow public companies to conduct general meetings electronically. Accordingly, this extraordinary general meeting of our company is being held via the Zoom link earlier shared with all shareholders. In addition, the meeting is being streamed live via YouTube to enable shareholders and other stakeholders to follow the proceedings in real time. The live streaming link is also available on our website. We assure all distinguished shareholders that the proceedings will be conducted promptly, transparently, and in accordance with the law. Before we proceed with the business of the day, I will now introduce other members of the Board of Directors present physically and those joining virtually. Mr. Ademola Abiodun. Mr. Ademola Abidogun. Mr. Pius Edebo. Mrs. Ogona Ofo Orabweze. Mrs. Chioma Okigbo, Mr. Samuel Onukwe, Mrs. Ijema Pearl Okoro, Mrs. Bernice Izilen Okosum, Dr. Inkem Okeke, and finally, your company secretary, Mrs. Chineye Onwakwo. I also wish to recognize the presence of our regulators and other stakeholders joining us virtually, including representatives from the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Nigerian Exchange Limited, the Corporate Affairs Commission, the National Insurance Commission, Cardinal Stone registrars, our registrars, and members of the Statutory Audit Committee. We welcome you all. Before we proceed to the business of the day, I would like to outline a few rules of engagement to ensure smooth and orderly proceedings. Number one, shareholders who wish to speak should indicate their intention by clicking the raise hand icon. Before speaking, please state your full name clearly for the record. We kindly request that comments and questions be kept brief and concise to allow for broad participation. If you experience any technical challenges, you are encouraged to use the chat box to communicate, and we'll promptly engage and take your input. Kindly avoid repeating points, comments, or observations that have already been made by another speaker so that we can cover a lot of bases in this conversation. And for voting purposes, each resolution put to the meeting will be open for a seconder. Those who wish to second any resolution should indicate by clicking the raise hand icon. When called upon to speak, Please state your name clearly and audibly before seconding the resolution so that it can be captured in the meeting records. I now invite the Company Secretary to read the notice convening this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Distinguished shareholders, permit me to read the notice convening this extraordinary general meeting. Notice is hereby given that the extraordinary general meeting of Guinea Insurance PLC will be held virtually via Zoom on Wednesday, 17th December 2025 at 10 a.m. prompt to transact the following business. Pursuant to the resolution of members of the company passed on September 3rd, 2025, authorizing the board to raise capital in compliance with the Nigerian Industry Reform Act, NIRA, to consider and, if thought fit, pass the following resolutions. 1. Special business/ordinary resolution. That the company's minimum issued share capital be and is hereby increased from 4 billion naira made up of 8 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each to 19 billion naira made up of 38 billion ordinary shares at 50 kobo each. That in order to comply with statutory capital requirements, strengthen the company's financial base and support its strategic growth objectives, the board of directors be and are hereby authorized to raise additional equity capital of up to 15 billion naira by way of rights issue and private placement on such terms, pricing, allotment structure, and timetable as the board of directors may determine in the best interest of the company. That the directors be and are hereby authorized to raise additional capital through the issuance of 5,295,200,000 ordinary shares by way of rights issue on such terms as may be determined by the board of directors, subject to obtaining approval of the relevant regulatory authorities. That the shareholders pursuant to Resolution C above hereby waive their preemptive rights to any unsubscribed shares under the rights issue and authorize the directors to allot the shares to other investors in accordance with the approved terms under the private placement. That the directors be and are hereby authorized to appoint such professional parties and advisors and to perform all such other acts and do all such other things as may be necessary to give effect to the above resolutions, including without limitation complying with the directives of any regulatory authority. Resolution 2 and special resolution, special business and special resolution. A. That pursuant to the resolution 1B above, the directors be and are hereby authorized to, subject to the approval of regulatory authorities, raise additional capital through the issuance of up to 6,327,779,310 ordinary shares by way of private placement. That the shares proposed to be issued pursuant to the above resolution and the rights attaching thereto shall rank at least pari passu with ordinary shares held by the existing members of the company. That the board of directors be and is hereby authorized to exercise all powers of the company to modify or conclude the terms of the private placement, seek approvals from regulatory authorities, appoint professional parties and advisors, finalize and execute all agreements or documents, and to do all such acts and deeds which the board of directors in its absolute discretion may deem necessary and expedient for the purpose of the rights issue and private placement, without being required to seek any further consent or approval of members of the company or otherwise, to the end and intent that they shall be deemed to have given approval thereto expressly by the authority of this resolution. Special business and special resolution number 3. A. That the company's memorandum and articles of association be and are hereby amended by deleting the word that the company's share capital of the company is 4 billion naira divided into 8 billion ordinary shares at 50 kobo each from clause 6 of the memorandum and articles of association, and substituting thereof with the following: that the minimum issued capital of the company is 19 billion naira divided into 38 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each. that the company's memorandum of association be and is hereby amended by the addition of subclause to clause 6, which shall read as follows. By special resolution dated 17th day of December 2025, the minimum issued share capital of the company was increased from 4 billion naira to 19 billion naira by the creation of 30 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each ranking pari passu with the company's existing ordinary shares. We also have our notes to the notice. With the kind permission of shareholders, I would like to take those notes as already been read. Thank you. By the order of the board.
Thank you very much, Committee Secretary. Distinguished shareholders, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed with to the formal business of this extraordinary general meeting, I would like to make a few important remarks on behalf of the Board of Directors. As you are aware, the Nigerian Insurance Industry Reform Act 2025 has ushered in a new era for our industry. It places significant responsibility on all insurance companies to strengthen their financial base, enhance governance structures, and reposition themselves for sustainable growth. For Guinea Insurance PLC, this reform presents not only a regulatory requirement, but also a strategic opportunity to rebuild confidence, expand our underwriting capacity, and return the company to a path of profitability and competitiveness. In the last few months, your board and management have worked diligently to evaluate the company's position, engage with regulators, interface with professional advisors, and design a capital raising structure that is realistic, transparent, and the best interest of all shareholders. Today's meeting is therefore a pivotal moment in our transformation journey. Let me assure you that the resolutions before you have been carefully considered. The capital raised through a combination of rights issue and private placement is designed to restore the company's statutory capital position, support our long-term strategic growth initiatives, strengthen our balance sheet, improve our underwriting capacity across key business lines, and position Guinea Insurance as a more competitive and resilient player in the Nigerian industrial insurance market. We fully understand that a capital raise requires the confidence and support of shareholders, and I want to reassure you that this board remains unwavering in its commitment to accountability, transparency, and responsible stewardship of your investment. We are also committed to ensuring that the funds raised are deployed prudently to drive growth, improve operational efficiency, enhance customer experience, and unlock new revenue streams. I would like to also emphasize that the board has put in place robust governance and risk management frameworks to monitor every phase of this recapitalization process. We are working closely with the NICOM, SEC, NGX, and CAC, and other regulators to ensure full compliance with all legal and procedural requirements. Distinguished shareholders, your support today is critical. The resolutions you are invited to consider will determine the future trajectory of our company. The board is confident that with the successful completion of this recapitalization program, Guinea Insurance PLC will reemerge stronger, more stable, and better positioned to create long-term value for all stakeholders. On behalf of the board, I extend our sincere appreciation to every shareholder who has remained steadfast, patient, and optimistic about the future of our company. Together, we are building a stronger institution. Thank you for your continued trust and confidence. We shall now take questions and comments on the notice of the meeting, if any. Shareholders are invited to make their remarks or ask questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We Mr. Yemi Ola D. Mr. Yemi,
My
please can
hand
you
is up.
unmute
My
Mr.
hand is up.
Yemi?
My hand is up. Okay, it's your body face. My hand is up.
Mr. Yemi, if you are speaking, you can please unmute your device. Okay, Mr. Boniface. Mr. Boniface. Please go ahead. Please unmute.
Hello.
Please go
Hello,
ahead.
Chairman.
We can't hear you.
Hello, Chairman.
Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me, Chairman?
Hello, Chairman. So today you're on the line.
Are you hearing me, Chairman?
Okay, we can hear you. Let's take the lady first. Sir. Go ahead,
You
man.
can't hear me. I should be unmuted. Nobody's unmuting me. I don't know why.
Chairman,
We can hear you now.
Okay. Mr. Chairman,
Can I go on? Can Miss Obide go
this
on?
woman, be civil. Be civil. This woman, they didn't call you. Be civil. Mr. Chairman, are you hearing me?
I can hear you. Mr. Boniface, please go.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you for your proactiveness in calling this meeting. I think in the sector today, you are the second in the insurance sector that are calling EGM to receive shareholder nod for the recapitalization. I've been also lead you, if it's next year, to come forward to opening the right issue and the private placement. Because we are taken aback yesterday by CBN that two mortgage banks have been revoked, their license have been revoked, Union Home and the Asset Savings. So in the insurance sector, we don't want that thing to happen in our own. And that is why every shareholder must support this resolution, must support the board initiative to make sure that this company is recapitalized and will meet up the deadline. Mr. Chairman, I want also advise that, as we open the market, this price to share right issue must be discounted so that the shareholder can take advantage in the non-availability of dividend for a long time and should be able to take advantage of capital appreciation to buy into their right. And when the price are going up, they will be able to sell and make their money. And I want also the company to disclose to us how much are we placing to private placement, how much, is he on premium or on the discounted? So the company should let us know. In all of this, Father, Mr. Chairman, I want to commend you, your resilience and their focusedness and the vision. I think in line the board and management is doing what to represent this company, which people are doing. So there shall be no relenting until we achieve our aims and objectives to grow this company, grow its balance sheet, and grow its earnings that will translate in payout dividend to shareholders and also capital appreciation. That is what I want to achieve this morning. Congratulations is going to sell because the company has a position doing very well. The management have gotten their bearing. So they need every support by stakeholders so that we can able to return back to full paying dividend to shareholders. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Mr. Okezie. Your comments are well received, and the questions you raised will be addressed over the course of this meeting. But thank you very much for your confidence reposed in the board and the management, and we assure you that it is not misplaced. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you,
now
Mr. Chairman.
we'll take additional comments, and I'll go to Mrs. Yemi Obidei at this time. Sorry about the mix-up earlier. Mrs. Yemi Obideyi, if you can unmute and speak at this time, that would be appreciated. Okay, I think there's a delay, but we'll get through it. Mrs. Obide, I think you'll have to unmute. You've been asked to unmute, but if we can't get through to her, I don't see another. Okay, she's unmuted now.
Are you hearing me, sir?
We can hear you now. Thank
Are you hearing me?
Yes, madam, we can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I have a suggestion. First and foremost, my name is Priscilla Odude, National Coordinator, Park of God Shareholders. Sir, our capital raising, we need to advise our registrar that they should allow shareholders, leaders, and shareholders, the whole, to get their rights on time so that they can fully take their rights. Some of these registrars, they don't tell the shareholder on time, and this is how we always see this right. Please, I know our registrar are capable, and I know they will do better, but they should let shareholder. Secondly, sir, what are the strategies that we have put in place after raising capital? After raising the capital, maybe new portfolio to add to our portfolio, new product to add to our portfolio, so that people can know what we are into. There was a time that any call from Guinea, from the register, it will show our product. But now, I don't think we have that on our phone. Let us, the sales department, they should do something on that issue. And the last thing, my last suggestion is that the private placement, have we make a good suggestion how those people that will take the private placement to take it up so that we can get enough capital that we need to raise. Thank you, sir. That is my suggestion.
Thank you very much, Madam Obide. I think those are very good comments, just in line with what Mr. Okezi had also said. Our registrars here present, I like the way that you've described them as very competent and capable. They have heard your suggestion, and I'm sure that it's consistent with their plan for this particular raise. On the private placement, rest assured that this board is working very well with some very competent advisors to put together a very wide investor base for the private placement, because the success of this offer is very important to the future of this company, and we're treating it as a very vital part of the capital raise to ensure that we achieve, if not exceed, our capital raising targets. Now, regarding the portfolio of products that are going to come up, some of them will be addressed over the course of this meeting and over the course of the next year as we develop and implement our full New Guinea business plan. So thank you very, very much. I don't see any other hands up. So thank you very much for the comments. They are well received. And this kind of feedback is why we have this kind of meetings. We appreciate your input into your business and your company, and we do not take it for granted. So thank you for the shareholders that have spoken. We take it that their views are very consistent with those of other shareholders that have not spoken. So thank you very, very much. As we proceed over the course of the meeting, there will be more information that will come to light. So thank you very much. If there are no further comments, we'll now proceed with the first business of the day. We now move to the first item on the agenda. Pursuant to the resolution of members of the company passed on September 3rd, 2025, authorizing the board to raise capital in compliance with the Nigerian Insurance Industry Reform Act 2025, to consider and if thought fit pass the following resolutions. Number 1, special business ordinary resolution. A, that the company's minimum issued share capital be and is hereby increased from 4 billion naira, made up of 8 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each, to 19 billion naira, made up of 38 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each. B, that in order to comply with statutory capital requirements, strengthen the company's financial base, and support its strategic growth objectives, the board of directors be and are hereby authorized to raise additional equity capital of up to 15 billion naira by way of rights issue and private placement on such terms, pricing, allotment structure, and timetable as the board of directors may determine in the best interest of the company. C, that the directors be and are hereby authorized to raise additional capital through the issuance of up to 5,295,200,000 ordinary shares by way of rights issue on such terms as may be determined by board of directors and subject to obtaining approval of the relevant regulatory authorities. D, that shareholders pursuant to resolution C above hereby waive their preemptive rights to any unsubscribed shares under the rights issue and authorize the directors to allot the shares to other investors in accordance with the approved terms under the private placement. E, that the directors be and are hereby authorized to appoint such professional parties and advisors and to perform all such acts and do all such other things as may be necessary to give effect to the above resolutions, including, without limitation, complying with the directives of any regulatory authority. That is the resolution. May I have a seconder, please? Shareholder Tahir Ismaila, you've been asked to unmute if you're trying to second this motion.
I so
This
do,
resolution.
Mr. Chairman. My name is Tahir Ismaila Folonshaw. I so second.
Thank you very much. Thank you for seconding the motion. The registrars may now proceed with the voting process.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The voting process is ongoing. The voting session has ended, Mr. Chairman. We have a total of 182 votes in favor of this resolution, and there's no dissenting vote against this resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Based on the total number of votes as confirmed by the registrar, I declare the motion carried. We proceed to Agenda 2, Special Business Resolution. Special Resolution. To consider and if thought fit pass the following resolutions. A, that pursuant to Resolution 1B above, the directors be and are hereby authorized subject to the approval of relevant regulatory authorities to raise additional capital through the issuance of up to 6,327,779,310 ordinary shares of 50 kobo each at an offer price of 1 naira 45 kobo per share by way of private placement. Please note that the price of 1 naira 45 kobo per share for the private placement was not mentioned in the notice of this meeting. However, in line with the regulatory requirements, we have included the price of 1 naira 45 kobo in this special resolution. B, that the shares proposed to be issued pursuant to the above resolution and the rights attached thereto shall rank at least pari passu with ordinary shares held by the existing members of the company. That the board of directors be and is hereby authorized to exercise all powers of the company and to modify and or conclude the terms of the private placement, seek approvals from relevant regulatory authorities, appoint professional parties and authorize and advisors, finalize and execute all agreements or documents, and to do all such acts and deeds which the board of directors in its absolute discretion may deem necessary and expedient for the purpose of the rights issue and private placement without being required to seek any further consent or approval of members of the company or otherwise, to the end and intent that they shall be deemed to have been given approval thereto expressly by the authority of this resolution. May I have a seconder, please? May I have a seconder for this resolution, members? Mr. Amusa Oseni, could you please speak?
I so do, Mr. Chairman. I second the motion.
Thank you for that, sir.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, we heard you. Thank you very, very much. Registrars may now proceed with the voting process.
Congratulations.
The voting session has commenced, Mr. Chairman. The voting session has ended. We have a total of 182 votes in favor of this resolution, and there's no dissenting vote against this resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Based on the total number of votes as confirmed by the registrar, I declare the motion carried. We move to Agenda 3, Special Business, Special Resolution. To consider and, if thought fit, pass the following resolutions. A, that the company's memorandum and articles of association be and are hereby amended by deleting the words the company share capital of the is 4 billion naira divided into 8 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each from clause 6 of the memorandum of association and article 3 of the articles of association, and substituting thereof the following. The minimum issued share capital of the company is 19 billion naira divided into 38 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each. B, that the company's memorandum of association be and is hereby amended by the addition of subclause to clause 6 which shall read as follows. By a special resolution dated 17th day of December 2025, the minimum issued share capital of the company was increased from 4 billion naira to 19 billion naira by the creation of 30 billion ordinary shares of 50 kobo each, ranking pari passu with the company's existing shares. May I have a seconder, please? Mr. Olowolafe Kende, I see your hand is raised. Could you speak, please? Thank you.
Olufemi Kehinde is the name, sir. I rise to second the motion.
Thank you.
I rise to second.
Thank you. The registrars may now proceed with the voting process.
The voting session has commenced, Mr. Chairman. The voting session has ended, Mr. Chairman. We have a total of 183 votes in favor of this resolution, and there's no dissenting vote against this resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, registrars. Based on the total number of votes as confirmed by the registrar, I declare the motion carried. Thank you, members. That concludes the formal business of this extraordinary general meeting. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Directors of Guinea Insurance PLC, I would like to sincerely thank you for your attendance, active participation, and continued interest in the affairs of your company. Your engagement and support remain invaluable as we work towards the sustained growth and success of our company. I hereby declare the meeting formally closed. Thank you. Have a pleasant day. We shall now rise for the national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ,